Tricky mate. Hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I just made it. Oh my goodness. This is really unbelievable.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. And as always, I'll be playing in the 5-minute pool. You can all have your chance to join the pool and play against me. Congratulations to Grishuk, who did a great job winning the ICC championship second year running. He had a tough time qualified from his third attempt, but then was never in doubt. Still an amazing blitz player who was able to, who won the World Blitz Championship in every format that was ever held, and he just has a great feeling for how to play blitz. Anyway, Harmony 1957, good luck to you. Let's play this Sicilian defense and see how that goes. Okay, Sicilian, my favorite, and the Richter-Rauss variation, designed according to Mikhail Botvinnik to refute the dragon. It was played to stop G6. Imagine that. That's how far chess has gone in 40 years. That we all forgot that this was actually the reason. Not 40 years. What am I talking about? 70 years probably, if not more. It was played to stop black from playing the dragon, which was considered the equalizing move for the at the time. Now bishop d7 indirectly protects this e4 pawn. I'm actually attacking it now, if you can see. So that bishop f4 attack didn't phase me. White has two main moves here, f3 and queen e1. Bishop d6 not being really a big attempt for an advantage. I think white is going to be or this move for that matter. I think black is just fine here. I can just play b5, threatening b4. Okay, well, b4 can be played later. For now, let me defend my bishop. I mean, develop my bishop. This is not a very testing idea by white. Black should be fine here. Okay, now that's a good question what to do. d5 should be fine, but I kind of want to get more than that. Maybe b4 and then d5. Okay, let's try to maneuver my queen first to a good square. What if I just start moving my pawns up the board? How's that going to feel for white? Just slowly trying to get something going on the queen side. Yes, now queen b7, I think. And no, not giving up that bishop. And still want to push on the queen side here. Kind of stopped f4 with knight e4. So I have a nice plan. What happened here? White resigned. I don't know why. There's no reason to resign here. But I think, I mean, generally white didn't really understand what the opening is about. Here f3 or queen e1, because after bishop d3 there's no pressure on the d pawn, so I can just slowly get my queen side going. And okay, white probably should play something like g4. Okay, he lost contact or quit. I guess I will hope that he just lost contact, because otherwise it's a shame. Okay, here maybe I could play g6 to play e5. That's one idea, although the h pawn is a bit problematic. The other idea is just to play e4, and if he plays h4, maybe now maybe now I can play a3 and maybe e5 followed by d5. Anyway, we're not getting too much out of that. Let's play this London system again against GM Bamboozler. GM Bamboozler from Belarus, I guess. Okay. This is... It's interesting that black is actually thinking. That means he's either choosing or is a bit unfamiliar with this position. I don't know. I think he's probably choosing. It's probably too familiar, and so he decided to play this very complicated line. I think that's what it is. Now let's see what happens. So, okay, lots of moves for black. Queen a5 was the main move played by... okay, this is a bit strange. I suppose I should play simply c3 here to try to protect my pawn. And now maybe I can take. Aha! Interesting. But what happens on bishop b7 followed by c6? I like that idea. Of course, I could take on d7 and take on f4 and be pawn up there, but I'm going to go with this crazy line instead. Aha. And now probably queen e2. This is actually a serious test of the system here. Interesting. Queen e2, bishop c5. Okay, I better take. There's nothing else I can really do. I better take and take this guy too. Okay, obviously black has great compensation. But exactly how much will be decided later, I guess. Let me try to develop some pieces here. I want to castle queenside, perhaps. Now let's get the queen out here. No, that's a bad move, actually. I missed the idea of bishop g4. Yeah, this is going to be bad. This is really dangerous. Okay, that was a very cool idea by black. Really smart way of playing chess. Okay, now I gotta get... I guess... Oh... Could be really, really disgusting soon. Okay, I have to go here, I think, for now. Otherwise, queen b7 will hit the b7 pawn so hard, I won't know what to do with it. Okay, now I was gonna play queen f4, hoping to win that tempo. Black says he doesn't care about the rook. Okay. Nothing I can do but hope, I would say. These are tough positions to play, because I feel I'm losing here. Even though I'm an exchange and pawn up, but no development. All the pieces are hitting me hard. Yeah, this move is a killer, I think. Bamboozler. It's killing me. Alright, I'm gonna go here. Hit the bishop. Hope to hide on h2 and on g5. Black plays g5, I'm gonna hide on h2. What a crazy idea. On this one I was gonna sack and hope to hide myself at some point. At least if I hide, maybe I can survive. Yep, not very good hiding skills, I guess, but what can I do? At least I'm still in the game, right? No. Let's get our rook in. Can't I take a pawn? Oh! Missed it. Alright, well. What the hell? I should have taken the other rook. Then I would have rook g1. Oh man. That was a shame. That was a shame. Oh god, rook g1. I would have only been exchanged down for a pawn. And some chances. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Did you see that? Rook dh1 and then on gh rook g1. And still alive. Which I can't say about this position. At all. Yeah, well. Let's go back. Oh no, I was gonna go back actually. And here. Well, I don't think I can trade queens. That would be really punishing. Of course, the position is pretty punishing as well. My only hope was the time factor. A little bit of hope at this point, only a minute. A minute is a long time, if used correctly. And on rook f2 there's rook d1. I understand. Okay, so I have to stop this for now. Rook d1. Now the big problem is, of course, that the pawns are queening. There's no way to even keep the damage down to a minimum. So I'm gonna keep pressing. Keep pressing. He's depressing, but I'll keep pressing. And look at him, he's playing so fast now. Okay, turns out that my opponent was really a fast player. He was just hiding it all along. Yep, looks like it's gonna happen. And queen e5 is made. Okay, very good bamboozler. You bamboozled me for sure here, somewhere around here. c3 e5, amazing move. Maybe I could play just bishop g5 here. Maybe that was the move, to take on f6 and d5 later. Yeah, somehow I got into this idea that I'll be winning, and here also I should take I guess I should take on d7 and then on f4, but I got into this. I'm missing the strength of the dark squared compensation here, and here I think I'm in really bad shape. Anyway, let's get the invisible man on the road. I am invisible man, says International Master Invisible Man. Okay, I'm just playing bishop f4. I don't care. I don't care where you put your pieces. I'm putting my bishop on f4. It was working out fine in the last game. Oh, that's an interesting concept. Okay, then I'm going to play. Like this. And you know what? I'm going to take control of the center completely. e4, knight f3. I don't mind that I lost the tempo because I actually am gaining more by doing this. Okay, black can take on d4 and win back the piece, but I think I'll be slightly better. Maybe bishop e. I was thinking about d5 instead, but it was a little bit unclear whether the e4 pawn will become weak or not after the exchange on d5. Okay, first bishop g5 to stop this e5 nonsense, and then I can go back actually now to h4. Yeah, now I can take on e5, or I can play d5. This is like almost like a book position. I'm gonna play d5 actually. That's how I'm gonna play. And knight d2. This is like a normal Queen's Indian all of a sudden. Okay, and b4 to take some space. Sure, that I can exchange. And should I play c5 or first f3? First f3 is bad because of knight h5, so I'll play castles. And then if black plays f4, I'll play c5. Because there won't be any issue with the d pawn going weak after that. I think I have a reasonable advantage here. So things are looking pretty good. Oh, c5 is nice because now I have a protected pass pawn that I can definitely milk. And I think I'm gonna just get this position going without the well, now I can get my knight into this beautiful outpost. Get one of them out. Okay, and play for a4 a5. Should I play a5 now? I suppose so, why not? Bishop d3. Counterplay. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I have knight c5. I have pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Queen takes. And then I have like queen a4. Knight a3, gf queen d3. Okay, rook c1 maybe. Oh wait, on pawn takes pawn there's also c4. That's more serious. So it looks like knight c5 after all. Somehow I feel I'm misplaying this position. Interesting move, b5. Pawn takes pawn, bishop takes, and rook c8. What do I do on that, huh? Or queen c7 for that matter. Oh, rook c8. Hope I'm not helping my opponent. Check, knight b7, and then bishop d5. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Oh, that's very complicated. Knight b5. Knight b7 and bishop d5 is next. This kind of tactics you have to keep finding, because otherwise you're just going to resign in some position like that. And that's the finish, huh? Okay. Bishop f3 takes an e4. Wow. How did that happen? I missed it. Might as well just give away something. Bishop c2. My God, this is like an ongoing saga that's gone bad, huh? An ongoing tactical saga. Hit for hit, but obviously I'm worse. But not yet resignable. Not yet resignable. Black's king is a little weak. But, of course, the question will be about the time again. Just like my game with the Grandmaster, who played a great game there. How is the time? Yeah, check. Here. "17 seconds isn't too much. 15 seconds is not too much at all for a position like this. I have to say I'm expecting to win, even though, of course, who knows what's going to happen. No queen trades, that's for sure. 9 seconds. Okay. 44. And now my own threats. Six seconds. Okay. And now finally I won, as expected, in the sense that it's just not enough time to survive a position like that. Black played very well, but it just wasn't enough. Okay, let's play the Queen's Gambit. Accepted, perhaps. Oh, the London system. Why not? Okay. Let's play that. Let's get the queen out here. And let me just do something to my Skype here. Okay. And now I can get back to the game. Okay. Okay, let's develop. Just develop. Take castles. Let's go here. I'm ready to play rook f8. Okay, there it is. On bishop c7 I had bishop d8. Okay, now this position is quite playable, I think. Let's get rid of this guy here. Just an endgame, about even, I think. I would play somewhat differently for white, and that's the key, finding little differences. But even this position is fine for white, of course. a4, yeah. I'm gonna try to improve my knight. Not take. Don't accept captures. Because if you take when your opponent wants you, probably that's exactly what he wants you to do, right? So now is a good time to take, maybe. Or still okay, now actually let me ask if he wants to take on f6. Okay, thank you. Now I know my answer. But what's the big deal? It's not really an isolated pawn yet, right? In fact, I may be the one attacking an isolated pawn if I take on d4 myself. So, and the a4 pawn is kind of a little bit weak here. A little bit inappropriate, I would say, for white. So I could have a chance to get an advantage out of this somehow, if I continue to play reasonably well. a5, good move. I agree completely. Okay. Take. And here. Now the big question is, whose pawns are weaker? Okay, this one gotta go. And this one gotta go. So now I want to play rook c2, I want to play rook c6. Those two moves may get net me a pawn. And I may be the one who's playing for a win, in fact. Which was the idea. I think I'll be a pawn up, but it won't be easy. This one I'm not sure about, because now I can play rook c2. I thought knight f1 immediately was a better move. Now I don't actually have to give up the d pawn, because I have check on d4 at some point. Yes. And still check on d4, but also check on knight c3, but also rook b1, g3. Okay, I think this is the best. I'm going to keep two pawns. d4. Yeah, I'm going to keep this pawn, which is going to be the important pawn, maybe. I don't care about the f pawn. Aha! That's a cool idea, which I missed. Okay. I don't know if I'm winning, but I see a nice idea here. Okay, I'm gonna take this. If I can put the rook behind the pawn, I'll be winning. So check, put the rook behind the pawn, and then still put the rook behind the pawn. That's the key. Just put it behind the pawn. That's the key. Put it behind the pawn. Put it behind the pawn. And now I go. Stop. Stop that. I think that was a losing move by the way, but let's see. Zugzwang is going to play a major role in this position. Check. Here. And now, take one pawn. Actually, could have taken him with the rook. Here, I'm closing in. Nope. Now g5, I think is. Oh no, actually, king g2. Okay, king g2, then gf4, and then g6. So that's already winning. Okay. And rook b7, I suppose, is okay. And white should probably resign already. So this was the trick, was to put the rook behind the pawn. Once that was done, game is over. Okay, I don't know what this king is crawling to, but I'm actually noticing where it's going, just in case. Yes, it's going there. No problem. I noticed. It's crawling the other way. It's a big long crawl. I'm not giving anything up. I'm making all the queens I can get here. All right. Well. All right. So this was cool. Very instructive what's happened here, because actually I think white was fine. The key here that on bishop c7 I would have bishop d8 all the time, or even knight d7, and this was the moment of truth, because when I played bishop d7 I wanted to play rook fc8, and on bishop c7 I prepared bishop d8, and on bishop d6 bishop e7, and bishop takes e7, knight takes e7, and my bishop on d7 is defended. That was my cool idea, and white played this move a4, which I don't like, because it's actually become a weakness later. And then he played for this e4, which is a reasonable. And then here I think bishop h4 was correct. I think white should have kept the tension. I don't know if I would have played a g5. I might have, but I think that was the correct move. I think giving up the bishop was a little early, and a5 didn't quite solve all the issues. Although after pawn takes pawn, I kind of calculated pawn takes b6, but then I take on c3. White can take on a7. I take on d2. Then b2 is hanging. I don't know. I thought I was probably a little better, but now suddenly white is losing a pawn, pretty much, right? Because this position turned out to be problematic for white. I thought he should play knight f1 immediately, and then I would have probably taken both pawns, but he didn't, and you saw what happened. The instructive part was, of course, the rook and pawn endgame, which was winning because I put the rook behind the pawn. Okay, I am Sormar. Same basic ideas as we've seen already. All right, calm play here. I'm also playing calmly, not bothering anybody, not bothering anyone. Okay, I think this is how okay, now I want to play c4. That's, if you're spending time to do that, I'm going to play c4 to block your intended exchange of the bishops. Okay. You're threatening to take it? I'm going to take, I think. Yeah, why not? And just castle. Sure. And rook c1 to hit the c pawn. Take it. Fine. Let me think about this one. Okay, let's see. Knight d4, queen d4, queen c2, rook d8. Problems. Okay, so let's get our pieces out out into the unknown. In that case, okay, black has to prove that the pawn on c5 is not weak, and that will take a little bit of ingenuity. I think there is a weakness on this pawn. I wouldn't have played d4. I would have played something more, I would say something less committal. Okay, now I wanted to take on d4. I thought this was a good transformation, but maybe I'm wrong. So what is queen a4? No, I'm gonna take. Somehow I like my chances. Yeah, and now let's say b3 for now. Okay, and let's get developed quickly. It's a race, right? Central pawns against side pawns. But Okay, this would not be a race. This would be just me losing a pawn if I accepted this idea. Queen d4, queen a2, and then the best I can hope for is rook a1, queen b3, rook a7 with a likely draw. Unless I have a way to protect those pawns, which I really don't see. So I'm gonna go rook c2, rook d1, yeah, I think that's the best. But okay, now I'm gonna attack these head on, and now I have a couple of ways of playing. I can play f4, f4, f6, take, rook e1, or I could play g4 for now and try to get something going on the flanks. This is a pawn sack. I'm going to accept it. This is a pawn sacrifice I'm going to accept for sure. I understand what black had in mind, but it doesn't work. We are looking at another rook and pawn ending where I'm a pawn up. On rook b3, of course, the point is I have rook takes d4. And on this I have rook b5. Okay, many questions. What should I play? Probably should get the king going. There's no point going b6, b7, because he will do that himself. Let's get the king going out of here. Tough position for black to defend, especially with the low time he has. Now my king. Oh no! I just blundered the pawn. Oh my god. And he blundered it back. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. He couldn't believe I would do that, huh? Ay, ay, ay. That is something. That's something incredible. Well, there's no defense from the back rank, unfortunately, because I have a rook here. And that's finish. Oh my god, that was something amazing, huh? I'm gonna... Oh, did I do that again? Oh, that's crazy. I blundered the pawn again. And my opponent's in such shock he can't move. He can hardly move. That's... But maybe he'll make it. I don't know. Maybe he won't make it. Because he's actually blundered again. Oh, yeah. What a fun game. What a fun-filled game. And look at him. He just keeps moving like it's nobody's business. Still losing. Anyway, that was a fun-filled game. Fun-filled. Where I kept misplaying the moves. And okay, I have a chance against Bamboozler though. This is going to be a chance I need to accept for sure. I need to make it back against Bamboozler. He hit me hard. Hit me very hard. Really? Okay. Ah, just like that. Simple stuff. This is gonna work. Okay. See how. I'm quite satisfied with the opening at least. I don't see any problems for myself. But on the other hand, white shouldn't be doing too badly. Okay. Suppose it's not too bad to just hit him once. Can't hurt. See where he goes. As long as I don't blunder Queen G6 at some point, I should be okay. Okay, now maybe that was foolish. Okay, let's hit that bishop. A very thoughtful player, my opponent. In the sense that he's thinking quite a bit. Okay, if I need to get rid of that bishop, that's why I even had to play this move. Okay, here I have no choice. And here I have no choice. Here I have a choice. A lot of choice. Queen c6, bishop e7, bishop g7. Okay, if bishop g7, then the rook goes to d6 at some point. That's not so comfortable. Unless I stay around like c4. And if I play bishop e7, and go bishop g7 and queen c6. I better put the pieces in the right squares first before before I make the mistake of putting them in the wrong ones. Here I can at least hit these pieces. The knights, I need the d and e files for my rooks. That's what I need. So if I did the other way, then the bishop on e7, my position would be stifled. Plus his knight on f3 would have stuff to do. Now it could be a typical problem with the bishop advantage against the knight, which in some endgame I could use. I think I'm already slightly better. Although, who knows? Still a long way. As my thoughtful opponent still considers his moves. Last time he was winning and he barely made it, so hopefully this time the time factor will play in my favor quite a bit. An extra minute is like a pawn, so you can consider that I'm a pawn up here and counting. Yep. Okay, now queen b5 is not out of the question, actually. Okay, he wants to play knight f6, but that's not a big deal. But queen b5, knight f6, king h8. Okay. And if knight, okay, queen b5 and a4, I have queen b3. Okay, queen c7 was what I was going to play. But then knight f6, king h8. Rook d7. Tough choice. He wants to go rook d1. Queen c7, rook d1. I'm going to go queen b5. I think it's definitely the trickier of the two. Because I'm also threatening knight c4, winning a pawn. So I think that's a better choice. Especially in blitz. And still up by a minute, so up a pawn. Okay, now I thought queen b3, and I think I'm going to do it. Good. Okay. Okay, I don't want white to get to. Okay, f5 is not good. So rook e8. Actually, I like rook e8 a lot. It seems like I'm helping him, but I'm not. Okay, good. He realized. Now I can play bishop f8. Or just keep the d7. Okay, no. This goes to h5. And then rook e8 is coming. Okay, now I need to do something serious, otherwise there are some issues. He wants to take and check, so I need to move my bishop. Okay, now what? Now he's equalizing maybe. If I take it, he takes back with a knight. But I have somewhere I have this move. Okay. And now what? Ay. 5. Rook d7. Problems. Ah! Oh, and I won on time. You see? I can do it after all. I can play moves quickly. Not often, but sometimes. Okay, this was a exciting finish. Especially as I can't hear my opponents click. So I have to just assume they moved and look very hard. And ooh, it's a tough one. Of course, okay, this was... I misplayed it. I was clearly better at one point. But not here, of course. A little bit earlier. Probably around here. I think I've had a feeling h5 was my mistake. I think here I should have played knight a5. Brought my knight back into the fray. Threatening knight c4. And I think that would have started a different type of situation. Where white would have to start defending. Knight a5 here would be the right move. I think. This actually immediately allowed rook d8 check. I missed the fact that the knight is going to g5. White missed it too. He played knight g5 first instead of checking. Which, okay, I think that gives me a little bit of a breather, because here I could move my bishop. Now, should I have moved it to f6? Maybe I should have moved it to f8. Maybe that was the way to maneuver it. But in any case, let's see. This is probably going to be the last game. Mimito is on my mind. Well, good luck to you, my friend. Okay, I'm taking some space as much as I can. Everywhere you give me space, I will take it. There. And here as well. Okay, I don't know why this is good, or if it is good, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, now let's think how I would use this position. Okay, probably I would need to... I'll move my rook off the b file, of the a file, to exchange bishops, because I think with the pawn on h3 I need to exchange bishops. Doesn't that make sense? So I'm just going to exchange bishops, or try to anyway. If white plays e4, then his bishop is not going to be as strong as everybody thought. Yep, then I can go back. In fact, first take over the a file, or take it back somewhat. I'm not really taking it back. Yeah, well, okay, I see my knight can get to c5. That seems reasonable. When you don't know what to do, look for your piece placements. Let's just say, oh, how can I improve at least one piece? Well, certainly the knight on c5 stands better than it was on d7. And now let's try to open up the position a little bit at least. Because after all, we have a pawn close to white's king. It would make sense to open up the position a bit. Okay, white doesn't mind. That's probably okay. Let's take. That opens up our my rook. My bishop can open up with knight take on f4. Okay, complicated, but okay. Now f5 is a nice square. Nice new square, I would say. And I like it. Probably forced. Now, I was thinking ef9. Okay, now it gets complicated. Let's take this guy. Aha! The infamous bishop trade. Let's do it. And knight h6. I want to go to g4. Okay, here I am. With every exchanged piece, by the way, the h3 pawn looms mightier, right? Do you see? Do you feel that? a little mightier. Okay, now question. How do we get in there? Not so easy, right? So let's try to maneuver. Okay, I want to go rook a8. Actually, that was my idea, but maybe there's something better. Kind of also want to stop f5, but I'm not really stopping it anyway. So ef, maybe I can take ef, knight f4, queen e5, and queen bishop d4 check. I think this is actually quite interesting. And here. Maybe not. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe it'll be just a boring drawn endgame, but let's see. Aha. Okay, so white is feeling the pressure in a way. Okay, I'm sure there's a solution here. What if I play g5, knight h3, queen, rook f1? Not so clear, huh? All right. And if queen d4? The h-pawn looms larger and larger with every move, as I promised. But there's still a way to go to prove a win. But you feel it, right? You feel the strength of my h-pawn now, right? As I keep exchanging pieces. All I do is exchange pieces. Wait, this is not good. I see. I see. On g5 there's rook d1. Okay, this is interesting. How do I win this, if at all? gf rook d4. Unbelievable, huh? Cut to win this position. Unbelievable. Well, I might as well take. I missed that resource. Okay. Okay, I have no time. So let's jump in to get my rook active first. Okay. Okay, well then check. I mean takes. Rook here. Yeah. Takes. Ah, here, okay. Check. Takes. Ay. This is bad. Oh my god, I'm losing on time. I'm losing on time. Really? This is how black plays now? Unbelievable. Well, congratulations. You're such a winner. Well, I consider people like that need something else in their lives probably than just flagging people rook on rook. I already lost one yesterday in the qualification tournament. Rook on rook. Congratulations. I am Mimito. I will remember your name forever. Okay, this was Grandmaster Max Dlugy with Take It to the Max show. And it was fun as always, including this beautiful rook against rook ending, which I couldn't draw. See you next week. And good luck to you all. Bye-bye.